Hey everybody, this video brings us out to Strasburg, Pennsylvania for one of the coolest, most amazing roadside attractions ever that I've actually not been to in a good long time. So I had to get out here to sort of recheck this place out because it has been so long. Also, their competitor, which was a little bit of a ways away, but still, I would say their competitor, Roadside America, actually closed down forever last year. They tore down the whole entire display, they tore down the whole entire building, and is no longer there anymore. So wanted to get out here just in case, who knows what might happen to your all-time favorite roadside attraction, which is why you gotta support these places, why you gotta pay these places, come to these places, donate, give them your hard-earned money, let them know you love it, come out here, support them, show your respect to these amazing, amazing, amazing roadside attractions, and check these places out. So the reason why we're out here in Strasburg, Pennsylvania is to check out the Choo barn. Look at this, a giant model train layout. As a sucker for model trains like I am, I love this kind of thing. I am a huge fan of model trains. My dad had model trains growing up. My grandfather had model trains growing up. I had model trains growing up. I used to come out to the Choo barn when I was a kid all the time. I used to go to the National Toy Train Museum all the time when I was a kid. I definitely grew up with model trains, which is why I love things like this, and I had to get back out here to check this place out. It is so cool. So there's all kinds of trains going around, all kinds of really cool setups. There's somebody building a house over there, all sorts of things to tell you about what's going on around the plexiglass here. Look at the mountain. That is so cool. And inside the mountain here, there's actually a scene of a cave. Look at that. Although I would not want to go anywhere near the actual water they have in that cave. It is glowing green, and everybody inside the cave seems to be glowing as well. Nuclear fallout cave, I guess. There's actually a Sasquatch. Look at that. I noticed when I was walking around here earlier, there's a Sasquatch up in the mountain. How amazing is that? As a big fan of Big Feet, as a big fan of Sasquatches, that is so cool to see. So I'm digging this. Look, there's a Thomas the Tank Engine there. All sorts of trains going through the tunnels. This one actually goes through, look at that, going through the actual cave there. That's what I want to see. I want to go to a natural cave with a train going through it. Are there any of those in existence? If there are, let me know. I mean, I certainly know about tunnels, train tunnels, but are there actually any caves that trains run through? There's got to be, right? Maybe, possibly somewhere. Let me know if you know of one, because I got to get out there and check that out. So this is just too cool. There's the Dutch Haven restaurant over there, which actually is a real thing. It's a big sort of restaurant slash touristy trap gift shop. We'll go out there someday. It's pretty awesome. They actually have a replica of it here. That's one of the things I actually love about the Choo barn is not only do they have just, not only is it an amazing model train layout, but a lot of the actual layouts they have are of things in the area, like again, the Dutch Haven Shoe Fly Pie restaurant there, the windmill, that's awesome. I believe that barn there, where people are getting married, I believe that's actually something that's in the area. All sorts of things. We're gonna go over there. There's Dutch Wonderland is over there. It's so cool. This is just really, really neat. There's all kinds of buttons you can press as well to make things happen. Like for instance, what's this say? Push button to operate the PRR train. So you press that, and this very slow moving train over here actually goes back and forth where it looks like the gravel was gonna dump into it. So there's all sorts of things like that all around here, showing you what you can do and all sorts of trains that can move and whatnot. It is so, so awesome. The Tom Goff's model of the Amish farmhouse is based on this house south of Strasburg. So yeah, that actual house right there, you can actually visit. Although the house is kind of ridiculous because the house used to sit in a field. It was an Amish farmhouse that you could visit. And again, you still can visit it to this day. However, they sold off the land around it, so no longer does it look like that, where there's fields and all kinds of stuff around it. There's actually a Walmart that sits literally right up next to it, and then a big shopping center that sits up to the other side of it. So it's this actual old farmhouse, this old Amish farmhouse that sits in the middle of a shopping complex. It's kind of weird, it's kind of strange, but that's how it exists. When I was a kid, it used to sit in a field. It made a whole lot more sense. Now, not so much, but still pretty awesome that that's actually out here. And this is probably my favorite part of this whole model train layout, the layout of Dutch Wonderland. As somebody who loves old theme parks and amusement parks, Dutch Wonderland is an old amusement park that I absolutely love, and it's really cool to see the representation of it here. They actually have the Wonder House, the Dutch Wonder House over there. That's the house spinning around, which is really awesome. I'm gonna have to take you guys out to Dutch Wonderland sometime and show you around the actual park. Probably take you on the Dutch Wonder House. It is a really weird, bizarre attraction that makes me want to throw up. Hopefully I won't do that when I actually take you guys on the actual attraction itself. We'll see. That is so cool. So again, little buttons here. This one here actually operates the train, and there it goes. So that's the Dutch Wonderland train going around. And this button over here operates the Dutch Wonderland monorail. There it goes. I've actually never been on the monorail. My in-laws were on that monorail. I actually got stuck on it, which kind of has me a little nervous to ever go on that monorail. Maybe one of these days when I got the Dutch Wonderland, I'll actually go on the monorail. We'll see. That is so cool. They actually have the layout of Dutch Wonderland. So again, that's what I love about this model train layout, is that it's showcasing a lot of local attractions, which is really, really neat. I love the giant goldfish there they have in the pond. They'd be like whale-sized goldfish, which is pretty awesome. The police anxiously await. There's the cop down there hiding behind the billboard. All sorts of layouts here of people on Ferris wheels and scramblers and merry-go-rounds. You actually make the carousel go around. What's this one? This one does the kiddie train. There it goes. Look at that. That's so cool. I do wonder, this clown here, is that actually something in existence? It just looks like a really weird, bizarre thing to have out here if it didn't exist somewhere. I'm kind of curious if that's an actual thing somewhere. If it is, I gotta find that. Look at the circuses. That is too cool. I'm loving the fact that they actually have the guitars pulled away so you can see inside there and see what everybody's doing. The guy jumping on the trampoline. There's the world's smallest sword swallower. You can see him back there. There's a guy throwing knives at a woman on a board. That's a little scary. Look at this guy on the weird sort of, I don't know, the giant ladder in the rocking chair. That's bizarre. And I love how a lot of this stuff is hand-built too. Like for instance, that lemonade stand down there, that's just an old like plastic lemon that they put windows and a display sign on. That is really cool. That is really innovative. Innovative. That's really interesting. I like that. It's really, really cool. The I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but the creativeness that goes into these model train layouts is really, really awesome. They actually have a little plaque over here for Frank Sinatra. Apparently, like every year for a couple of years, because supposedly Frank Sinatra was a big model train enthusiast. He actually sent them all these different choo-choo barn locomotives, or choo-choo barn trains anyway, out to Frank Sinatra, and he thanked him. He sent all these letters here saying thank you for sending these trains. That is really cool. So again, he was a big model train enthusiast, and every year they would send him one of their choo-choo barn, like limited edition train cars for his collection, which I think is really, really cool. I don't believe he ever actually made his way out here. By reading those notes, I don't think he ever made it out here, which is kind of sad. It was really cool if Frank Sinatra actually came out here and showed his support for the choo-choo barn. Sadly, that won't happen anymore, but had he done that in the past, that would have been really cool. This actually shows you how these work. So you can see all the people moving on top, and then underneath, there's all the gears and whatnot, and the motor. That's awesome. So again, I love this place. It is so cool. It is so interesting. There's like layouts of actual gas stations that are in the area. There's an old movie theater right there. There's Thomas and Percy down there. This actually represents the Strasburg Railroad, which is actually a train you can ride from Strasburg to Paradise, Pennsylvania. Yes, there's a place called Paradise, Pennsylvania. And throughout the year, they actually do these Thomas and Percy rides. We actually did that one year. It was pretty awesome. So again, this is just too cool. Oh, it's starting to get dark. So every so often, the lights go dim and it gets dark, which is really cool, because in the look at that, the stars come out and all the lights come on, which is really, really neat. So it's nighttime now in this little train layout. Look at the planes flying around overhead. The church lights up, the gas stations light up, all the street lights come on, the train yard lights come on. This is really neat. There's a mountain over there that's completely lit up with people skiing down it at night. The trains look really, really cool at nighttime with all the lights on. You can see all the people actually inside the trains. There's a fire going on down there. There's actually some I don't want to call them bums, but some maybe homeless people or something like that down there. It is really neat when the lights go off and all the other lights come on. It's pretty cool they do that. Just to give you perspective of what this place would look like at night, this little town would look like at night. I know this actually, again, represents a lot of local stuff in the area, but I want to live here. I want to move into this town. I want to shrink down to miniature size and actually live in this sort of fake Strasburg railroad town. And the lights are coming back on now. It's now morning time. So what's really cool is actually underneath this bridge where these like hobos are, There's actually like some kind of like ogre or some troll down there, like some bridge troll with 3 heads. That's pretty cool. So this house right here, it actually catches fire. I don't know if we're gonna see it in this video, but it does catch fire. Smoke starts coming out, and then a little fire starts burning inside the house, and then a fire engine actually comes out of this firehouse right here, comes down, and actually puts the fire out. If we hear that happening, I'll have to come over here and show it to you guys quickly, but we actually are almost towards the end now. There's the Red Caboose Motel over there. I've actually stayed in the Red Caboose Motel, which was really, really awesome. Definitely an experience. I'll have to film for you guys sometime. So that's pretty cool. So we got a lot of local stuff, which is really neat to see represented. There's a kid flying a model plane. There's a barn full of, I guess that would be full of tobacco. That's definitely a tobacco barn right there. You can tell by the slots that are open on the side. That's pretty neat. Another tunnel down here. There's a water wheel over there. This is just too cool. Again, the mountainside with actually people skiing down it. There's a gondola system that goes up and down the mountain. All the different planes flying overhead. I just can't get past how cool this is. There's an actual crane lifting up a sign that they're putting into place. So good, guys. I love it out here. This is the kind of thing you have to support. You have to give your money to. These roadside attractions, they need it. They need your support. They need your money. Like I said, unfortunately, one of the other giant model train layouts in the area closed down last year due to being hit by the whole COVID recession and people just not going out there and supporting them and giving them their money. That's what you gotta do. You gotta come out to these places and keep these places alive. It is worth it. They're usually not very expensive either. These places usually run you like $10 and under to come out and see. You can actually get an annual pass to the Choo Barn for $20. If you want to come out here a couple times a year, you give them $20. You can come out here as many times as you want throughout the year, which is actually really awesome. We did not do that. I kind of regret that. I didn't realize when we paid for only a couple dollars more, we actually could have gotten annual passes. Probably should have done that. Maybe next year we'll do annual passes out here because I would have come out here all the time. I would have given my money. Even honestly, to be honest, even if I ended up only coming out here once, I paid the $20, didn't make it out here a couple more times, who cares? I want to give them that little bit of extra money to say thank you for doing something this amazing, for keeping this going, for keeping the trains running, for putting this all together. Oh, here we go. So you can see there's actually smoke coming out of the house. There's a little fire burning inside the A-framed house. The sirens are going off now for the firehouse. The door's opening up. And here comes the fire engine. Look at that. So this happens maybe every like 5-10 minutes, something like that. That is too cool. So the fire engine is gonna go over, park by the house. And then you'll see a fireman actually comes out. He's kind of hiding behind the bush there, but any second now. They're assessing the fire. There he goes. There's the fireman coming out. He's seeing what's going on. Realizes you have to raise the ladder. Ladder just came up. Fireman climbs up. He's got an axe in hand. He's chopping away at the roof. So that's where the fire is. And then there's going to be some water spraying. So they're taking care of business. And there we go. The water is now spraying actually into the house, which is really neat. I love all the different sort of like animatronics this thing has. It's just so cool that it's this involved and this creative. They could have just had some trains running around in circles, but they went above and beyond by making all these really awesome layouts. The fact that they actually have firemen putting out a fire. Okay, he's going back down. The ladder goes back down. The other fireman goes away. The people go back into their house, and the fire truck will go back around. It's gonna go all the way around and then back into the fire station. It's just too cool. This is just one of the neatest model train layouts, one of the neatest roadside attractions I have ever been to in my entire life. There you go. For only $20 for an adult, $11.50 for a kid for an annual pass to come out here as many times as you want throughout the year. You guys can check them out on YouTube. You can also check them out on Facebook, I believe. Yes, right here. Check them out on Facebook. Definitely give this place your money. Come out here. If you're in the area, if you're in the Strasburg, Pennsylvania area, come out here and check this place out because it is just too cool. I'm loving it. So, all right, guys. There's all the presidents. Look at that. There's every single president of the United States of America, from George Washington all the way up to Biden. Look at that. That is too cool. So, all right, guys, that's about it. Just want to quickly show you guys the Choo Choo Barn here in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. There's a Traintown Zoo. We actually are in like Traintown, USA. There's a Turkey Hill there, a Turkey Hill gas station with actual changing signs. It says, I believe, you got a Turkey Hill Minutes Mart, complete with changeable gas prices. Took over 100 hours to build. That is so cool. So they can actually change the pricing on the gas to represent what gas prices sadly are going for these days. But all right, guys, so that's gonna do it. So again, just want to bring you out here to Strasburg, Pennsylvania to check out the Choo Choo Barn. You guys should definitely check this place out if you're in the area. It is so cool. It is so awesome. I've been out here for a good like hour and a half, walking around this whole thing like 3 times already, just looking at everything. And every single time I walked around here, I noticed something different. It actually does say that on the annual pass side. You notice something different every time you come out here, and that is definitely the case. Every time I walk around, I go, oh, look at that. I didn't see the detail on that thing, or I didn't see that person, or I didn't see the Sasquatch. There's all kinds of new cool stuff I see every single time. But again, that's it. We're gonna go. So Choo Choo Barn here, Strasburg, Pennsylvania. Totally awesome, totally cool. Support them, give them your money. Come out here, check this place out. And that's gonna do it. So as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check down below for all my different links. Also check down below for a link to Cinema Sickness, my other channel, my daily thrifting channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Again, guys, Choo Choo Barn, Strasburg, Pennsylvania. Gigantic model train layout. Coolest thing ever. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.